Hey guys, I have a really big episode for you. It could be awesome or it could suck. We'll see how it goes. But right now, I'm trying something huge that I've been hoping to try for a while. I'm going to try my T-Rex version 1, which you can see right behind me right there, with the Tesla Model S that's right here behind me. So a lot of people have asked me, and of course I've been curious as well, are my trailers going to work with a Tesla? Because I've only used them with the RAV4, with my RAV4, and I'm really curious to see what kind of codes and what happens when they're connected with the Tesla Model S. Ultimately, I hope to get a Model X myself, and I know the Model X's are a little bit different than the S, but I think it'll be a great first step if I can get it to work with a Model S. So I'm here at my buddy's shop. This is my Tesla parts guy. I'm a little hesitant to even talk about him because he's got all the parts that I need. He's my go-to man. He's just an awesome guy. He's hooked me up all the time. His prices are pretty fair. You're not gonna get a steal, but you get good quality stuff that works. And if he gets a parts car in that's just not right, doesn't work, he doesn't sell it, or he discloses that it's messed up somehow. Really a fair guy. So fair, in fact, way back in the beginning when I was planning my T-Rex version 2, he gave me an empty battery case just to use so I could take it home, do some measurements. I had to build a trailer that would surround the Tesla 85 kilowatt hour battery pack, and he just gave it to me to borrow. I brought it back, but like, how awesome is that? We barely knew each other at the time, and he gave me one of his cases to borrow for a weekend. Since then, he's hooked me up on a bunch of other parts. This is the guy that sold me my battery pack for my T-Rex version 2, along with a charger. And now he is letting me borrow one of his completely working Teslas. It's, well, not completely working. There's 2 warning codes that I'll show you. I'll flip the camera around and I'll go inside here in a minute. But it's mostly working. It runs and drives. It's actually in really good shape. If anybody's interested in buying it, act quick, but he would give you a really good price. He told me about $30,000 is what he can get out of it by parting it out. So if you wanted to come at that number, maybe a little bit discounted, I don't know, you have to talk to him, you could have a Tesla Model S. This is a 2015 with 40,000 miles on it. So if you're looking for one, you might have to do a little bit of work, get rid of these 2 codes, but it's probably one of the cheapest ones you'll find that's actually in good shape, that's not wrecked. So I'm reluctant to say this, but this guy's shop is Alpha Auto in Cortland, New York. Great guy to work with. If you need anything, look him up. He's on eBay. He sells a ton of stuff on there. He has great reviews on eBay. But if you need any kind of Tesla parts or anything, let him know. And make sure you tell him that Jim, the Tesla trailer guy, referred you. I doubt it'll get me anything, but maybe it'll give me some recognition. All right, so now I'll flip the camera around and show you the codes that are on the inside. So currently, here's what the display looks like. There's only 2 warning messages: acceleration reduced and 12-volt battery needs service. I just put the car in drive and reverse, and it does move forward and back. So that's it. We'll see if anything else pops up after I connect the T-Rex. I was over here a couple days ago and I took some measurements so I could make a custom little contactor box as a way to integrate my Tesla battery packs. I just got that installed. I don't want to show it to you just because it's getting a little proprietary, and I don't know if this is ever going to be a business. I don't know if anybody's willing to shell out the kind of money that it would take to have one of these trailers, but we're getting to that point where I've put a lot of time and energy and research into this, and showing you that would kind of blow the doors wide open, I think. So I'll leave that out, but I have it connected. He charged the Tesla for a few hours yesterday for me. So it looks like the battery voltage between the Model S and my T-Rex are gonna be very close. I need to double check, but the Model S is at 355 volts, and I'm pretty sure my T-Rex is at 351 volts. So that's gonna be the big thing. Are the Tesla computers going to freak out when they see a change in voltage or a sudden rush of current when the car is stationary? We'll see. All right, I'm a sweaty mess, but here goes nothing. Everything is connected in parallel. I'm about to close the contactors, and we'll see what happens. So be sure to listen for any beeps on the dashboard, because we'll go up there and check it out and see if there's any new codes. Connecting right now. Packs are balancing. Looks like 2 amps, 2.8 amps are coming out of the T-Rex into the Tesla. I can actually say Tesla. That's pretty cool. And that's it. I really wish it was a bigger voltage difference. And unfortunately, this car doesn't have a trailer hitch, so I can't drive it and give it a try. But really, I just wanted to see if there were going to be any error codes that popped up. What I'm probably going to do now is disconnect this, connect it to my RAV4, maybe drive around a little bit, so there's a bit more of a voltage discrepancy between the two, and then I'm going to redo this test and see what happens. But let's go inside and see if there are any error codes. Okay, so park assist disabled. That one was new, I think. Maybe somebody has to tell me, because maybe the doors are open or something. Park assist disabled. Let me see if I can put it in drive. Yeah, it's in drive. So it does not care that the battery pack is there. I'm obviously not going to drive because that would be really bad. All right, so now I will disconnect the T-Rex V1 and I'll connect to the RAV4 and drive around a bit, use up some of that power, and then come back and do this test again. So I'm out driving around right now, wasting some power. I already used up some right away because the T-Rex was 355 volts, just like the Model S. And my RAV4, because I drove up here under RAV4 power, they weren't connected in parallel at the time. The RAV4 had 342 volts. So I'm allowing those two to balance right now, but I'm also burning up just some extra power. I'm hoping to get at least a 15 volt difference between the T-Rex and the Tesla Model S. It feels weird to say that I'm connecting it to a Tesla, but yeah, I just feel like a 15 volts difference, that's gonna be enough current flowing that the car should notice. So if anything were to happen, I think it would happen at that point. So I'll drive around a bit, use up some more energy. I've got the AC going. I just turned it down so I can take this video, but I'll turn that back up, use some more power, and go back and do the test over again. But so far, so good. Oh, damn, I said it. Such an idiot. All right. Hey guys, so it's been a few hours. I actually took off. I went for a little drive with the RAV4 and the T-Rex, met my family out for some dinner, and then came back. So now the Tesla is at 355 volts. The RAV4 and the T-Rex were at 341 volts. So now it's that a 14 volt difference. So it's not quite as big as I really wanted. I was just too damn good, and I estimated the approximate voltage too accurately when I came over here with the T-Rex. So we'll see how this one does. We'll see if the car freaks out or see what happens. I have everything connected. It's all ready to go. All I have to do is send some power to the contactors, and we'll see what happens. So I think I can just walk with you guys right over here. Okay, so I've got my tablet open. And again, just listen for beeps. We'll see if anything beeps and says error in the car. So they're connected right now. 83 amps. That was the initial surge. It's down to 59 amps. It was like 3 minutes later. And I don't hear any beeping going on up there. So the two packs are balancing right now. They met at 349 volts. All right, now I'll go inside, check the dash, and see if it says anything different. All right, looks like the dash is clean. It's the same stuff that was there before. So it looks like it's not freaking out. And I could even start it up. And again, I won't drive, but I'll put it in drive. And it's just saying, beware, because the front is open, driver's door open, my seatbelt's not on, but it allowed the car to go and drive. So it looks like everything's good. So that is wonderful news. Hey, so I just got home. I would definitely call that a successful test. I was pretty confident that it was going to work, but of course you got to test it. And I'm really happy with what I saw. I feel really good about this working in a Tesla. So next, I do need to find a volunteer with a Model S and or a Model X to try this in their car The next big thing is I want to see how it interacts with the car while it's moving. So with the RAV4, it just sees it as regen. The car doesn't register it at all. We just have a regen gauge on our dash, and it's just always artificially high. I feel like the Teslas are going to be the same way, but they could have some other computers watching regen specifically, which they probably do. I'm just wondering if it'll even care that it's getting more regen. So that's the next step. If anybody knows of a Tesla that I can borrow, I'm pretty confident I won't destroy the car and you won't get any codes or anything. But of course, there's going to be a little risk with it. Maybe I'll buy a dinner or something as payment. But I would definitely appreciate it. I think it would be awesome to check out in the name of science. And yeah, so let me know if you have one or if you know somebody in this area that I can test it. But obviously, you need a trailer hitch. So you definitely would have to have a trailer ball that we could hook this thing onto. I guess that's about it. I don't think I have anything else to add. So thanks a lot for watching and hope you enjoyed it. See you guys.